Imagine you're at a quiet yard sale. The air thick with dust and nostalgia. Among the clutter, a Nintendo 64 cartridge catches your eye. The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Its label worn, but familiar. You buy it. Cheap, expecting childhood memories. But when you boot it up, the screen flickers, and a save file waits. Not just yours. Its name? Ben. The game knows something you don't. The music warps. Characters whisper a name that chills your spine. And a hollow statue watches from the shadows. What if this cartridge holds more than code? What if it remembers a tragedy? A boy who drowned? A story that won't stay buried? This is the story of Ben Drowned. A digital ghost. Stick around, and you might never look at your old consoles the same way again. It starts with something mundane, as the best hauntings often do. A dusty Nintendo 64 cartridge tucked away among forgotten trinkets at a neighbour's garage sale. The label, faded but legible, read, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. A classic game, a relic of childhood's past. Nothing out of the ordinary. Except this cartridge wasn't blank. A save file waited inside, etched into the memory. Its name was simple, unassuming, yet somehow heavy. Ben. The buyer, a college student seeking nostalgia, didn't think much of it. Not at first. But some objects carry weight beyond their plastic shells. Some games hold more than code. Have you ever found a strange save file on an old game? What did it make you feel? Share in the comments. In September 2010, a user named Jaducible took to 4chan's export, the internet's shadowy corner for paranormal tales. His posts, raw and urgent, described a second-hand Majora's Mask cartridge he'd bought from an old man at a garage sale. The cartridge was cheap, handed over with a strange reluctance, as if the seller wanted it gone. At first, the game seemed normal. The title screen glowed, the moon loomed over the world of Tamina, and the 3-day cycle that the game is famously known for ticked on. But something was off. The music stuttered, sometimes playing backwards in a low, warped hum. NPCs, shopkeepers, guards, children, called him by the wrong name. Not Link, but Ben. The save file, Ben, was there from the start. Curious, he tried it. The world was broken. Textures flickered. Characters froze. The sky pulsed unnaturally. Unnerved, he deleted the file, hoping for a clean slate. But in his new game, the world still called him Ben. Have you ever had a game glitch in a way that felt personal? Tell us below. Jadusible's posts grew frantic. He uploaded YouTube videos, raw captures of his Nintendo 64 screen. The footage showed impossibilities. Music slowing to eerie drones, Link's model twisting grotesquely, a lifeless statue of the hero stalking the world. Each video was stranger, darker. He called the cartridge haunted, and for a while the internet was captivated, caught in a story too vivid to dismiss. At the heart of the haunting was one chilling image. A statue. In Majora's Mask, Elegy of Emptiness Melody summons a hollow duplicate of the player. A statue with empty eyes and a rigid, unsettling grin. Used for puzzles in a game already heavy with themes of loss. In Jadusible's videos, the statue broke free. It appeared without being summoned, standing in fields, doorways, dark corners. It moved when he wasn't looking, inching closer into Mina's flickering light. Its blank eyes seemed to stare, not at Link, but through the screen, at you. What's the creepiest game moment you've ever experienced? Let me know in the comments. The old man who sold the cartridge mentions almost casually that it once belonged to a boy named Ben. A boy who drowned. The world hit like a stone, the word hit like a stone in still water. Suddenly, the distortions, the whispers, the glitched laughter, the statue's relentless presence felt like more than code. They felt like grief. The game wasn't broken. It was a mourning, trapped in a loop of loss, replaying a tragedy that never was. The videos became a window into something alive. Something that remembered. Something that remembered. If you've seen the videos, they linger. Link's face stretched and melted, eyes blackening into voids. Clock Town's cheerful music crawled into a funeral dirge. Notes dragging like footsteps in mud. The moon, a constant menace in Majora's Mask as it descends to destroy the world, seemed to leer with intent, its craters twisting into a mocking grin. Text boxes spat cryptic warnings. You shouldn't have done that. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? These lines, ripped from the game's dialogue, but warped in context, became the mantras of dread. The Elegy statue was the worst. It didn't just appear, it followed. It stood in places no puzzle required, a violation of the game's logic. In one video, it multiplied. Dozens of statues crowding the screens, their grins unchanging as the music dissolved into static. You ever seen a game do something it shouldn't? Share your story below. Fans scoured the game's code for answers. Could a corrupted cartridge cause this? ROM hackers mimicked some effects, reversed music, altered textures. Of the user's footage defied replication. The statue's movements, the glitches, precise timing. The way the game seemed to know, no one could recreate it. The videos became relics of the early internet. Low-resolution artifacts pulsing with intent. They weren't gory, they were just wrong, uncannily alive. Ben Drowned wasn't just a story, it was an alternate reality game. An ARG, blurring fiction and truth. Jadusible's 4chan posts read like a diary, each more desperate. He claimed the haunting spilled beyond the cartridge. His computer glitched, files corrupted, strange messages appeared in his inbox. He wrote of the sleepless nights, dreams where the statue's face loomed. The story spread to a website within hubris, with cryptic clues and distorted audio deepening the mystery. The audience didn't just watch, they joined in. Fans decoded the ciphers, analysed the videos, and tracked a fictional cult. The Moon Children woven into the narrative. The story unfolded live, each post and video a new chapter in collective hunt. Haunted game tales weren't new. Myths like Polybius, a cursed arcade game, had long circulated. But Ben Drowned was different. Born in the internet's adolescence, when forums and YouTube were the new storytelling playgrounds. It was digital folklore, crafted in code, shared in fragments. As it spread, fans built on its myth. Some claimed their Majora's Mask cartridges acted strangely, statues appearing, consoles humming to life at night, whispers crackling through speakers. Their stories, likely sparked by the tale's hypnotic pull, were never verified. But they didn't need to be. They wove the legends tighter. The internet makes fiction feel real. By believing in Ben, it gave him life. In 2011, and later in 2020, in a Reddit Ask Me Anything, Alex Hall, aka Judiciable, confirmed the truth. Ben Drowned was fiction. A well-crafted narrative of edited videos, ROM hacks, and a storyteller's instinct for dread. But by then, the story had outgrown its creator. It was a phenomenon, a pattern that echoed, a pattern etched into the internet's memory. Ben Drowned wasn't the first digital horror, but it was a blueprint, proving a haunting needed no house, no body, just a signal. The internet became its afterlife. Ben, the boy who never was, became its ghost, a flicker in the data stream, reborn with every click and every share. The story reshaped horror, showing it could thrive in pixels, forums, the spaces between servers. It was a ghost story for a new age, needing only a screen to haunt. The videos still linger online, their 480p resolution crackling with unease. The Elegy statue's hollow grin haunts forum threads. The Elegy statue's hollow grin haunts forum threads. Fan art and memes. A digital spectre that refuses to fade. The boy named Ben never existed. Yet his ghost has haunted the web for 15 years. From 2010 to 2025, woven in the internet's fabric. Digital hauntings don't decay. No attics to clear, no graves to salt. Once a story passes through the wires, it's eternal, looping through servers, cached in archives, whispered in late night chats. Ben Drowned showed us the internet could be haunted, not by spirits, but by stories. Ideas that take root and refuse to let go. So the next time you dig out an old console, it's plastic, warm from years in a box, and an unfamiliar save file flickers on the screen, pause. Some memories belong to the machine. Some cartridges remember too much. What's the strangest story that you've seen online? Why don't you let me know? Share it in the comments.